Hello everyone, this is Corinth Landwalker, and today, this afternoon, we have an exciting bit of flight planned for Star Citizen, but yes, something terrible has happened, and it's related to the ship showdown. What do I mean? Well, let's take a look at the Ship Showdown page. For those who are unfamiliar, the Ship Showdown is a bracket of 16 ships selected by the community that go head-to-head with each other in this very familiar bracket format. And the top 4 will be getting special paints during the expo in November, and the champion will be considered the best in show. And we'll probably have some other goodies associated with it. My bracket went to hell. That's the kind way of putting it. My bracket went straight to hell. My first pick was pretty straightforward. The Hercules beat out the Caterpillar. Yay. The Reclaimer beat out the Argo Mole. Again, yay. The Carrack beat out the Constellation Andromeda. So, 3 for 3. I was feeling pretty confident. Hey, Legend Eternal, how's life treating you today? For those who are unfamiliar, Legend Eternal is not only the leader of the Star Citizen org I'm in, but he has also been doing some streams for Star Citizen himself lately. So we're going to do a quick link out to his page there. So go ahead, if you haven't already, go to the page, follow him. He streams every morning on Saturdays, or at least he has so far. Let's hope that the streak continues. So, moving on. Fair warning, Cap can't make it, but asked me to make sure I harassed you for him. So I've got to give you a double dose. Don't make me use those timeout buttons. Moving on. The MPUV Argo Cargo, to nobody's great surprise, beat out the Freelancer Max. So again, I was running pretty good. And then things derailed. I predicted the Cutlass Black would win the next one, and in a tight fight, you're welcome, Legend, in a tight fight, the 600i crushed, well, I can't really say crushed, because it was only a margin of about a couple hundred votes, that the 600i triumphed over the Cutlass Black. More on that in a moment. I continued my losing streak with the next one. I predicted Banu Defender. The Retaliator Bomber won that one. Luckily, there was no fear on the next one. The Mercury Star Runner beat out the Misk Razor. And while I was kind of wobbly, I was going for the Saber in the final group, and it triumphed over the Gladius. And now, we're in the second round, where we've already had the Hercules beat out the Reclaimer. So, again, at least I had that nailed down. But then, in a stunning upset, the MPUV Argo Cargo beat out the Carrack. It's not listed on here yet. I don't know why. I might have to do a refresh of the page in a moment. But the MPUV Cargo beat the Carrack with roughly the same margin that the 600i beat the Cutlass Black. So that was a close-fought one, so it'll be going up against a Hercules in the next round. Today, we have the 600i going up against the Retaliator Bomber, and the Mercury Star Runner tomorrow going up against the Saber. I believe that the Mercury Star Runner will beat out the Saber. And as for the 600i versus the Retaliator, well, considering that this features the defeat of the early bracket for me in both cases, I'm not really sure what to go with, but I'm going to go with the 600i Explorer. So I am confirming that right now, and it is currently in the lead by a margin of 32-24 over 26-27. Argo Cargo, go! Boo, boo. I voted for Carrack on that one, so, my bracket is pretty much a shambles. But, I'm not going to tell anyone how to vote. Vote your conscience, so to speak. Okay, so there's that. However, when I was initially setting up this bracket last week, I may have made a terrible mistake. Allow me to elucidate. Only advance to the next round, it will advance into the final four. In fact, I am going to make you this guarantee. This is a guarantee. If the Cutlass Black somehow does not make it to the final four, I will spend the stream after they fail out flying nothing but the Cutlass Black. That's right. That's how confident I am it's going to make the final four, because I would never voluntarily fly Cutlass Black if I could possibly avoid it. So watch. Tomorrow, Cutlass Black wins. And that is the horrible truth. I made the mistake of declaring that I would, beyond a doubt, fly Cutlass Black today if the Cutlass lost the first round. And they did. So, I must undergo my penance. I must, reluctantly, and you can see I'm already decked out for the adventure, and I'm already, you can see the humiliation. My head's just down, bowed down to the ground. Clearly a struggle. For longtime viewers, you know that I have a long-standing, I don't know about animosity exactly, but let's just say that I have consistently called Drake garbage ships. Nothing has changed my opinion on this. So, let's head out of Orison here and take the journey of shame to the August Dunlow spaceport. Can't see my shirt. Well, you know, I figure if I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to go all in. So, lobby floor. Actually, if I wanted to really be honest about this, head in the elevator. That was my reaction to realizing I would have to do the Drake stream today. So, of course, if I were interested in pledging for a Drake ship, what would it be and why? I will tell you exactly what you should pledge for. In fact, I would like to encourage you to pledge for the Kraken Privateer immediately. Because I'm a twisted human being who wants you to spend all your money. No, seriously though, from a more serious standpoint, I would recommend the Drake Dragonfly because it's the one ship Drake that's actually respectable. That was not Drake's fault. Alright, now we'll go to the lobby, now that I've gotten that out of my system. Now, as I head over to the spaceport, I want to take a moment to alert anyone who has somehow missed this information. Cutty Black and Corsair, there's the recommendations from Legend Eternal, the Drake fanboy of the org. For those who are interested in our org, in fact, let me just take a quick second to pop that into the chat here, if I can, you know, type in the correct things. Has links to the page on the RSI site and to the Discord. Bunch of great people, even though they're all Drake fanboys, you know. But on the other hand, they all did vote for the 600i during the ship showdown, so they contributed a significant percentage of the margin of victory of the 600i over the Drake Cutlass, and thus allowing us to have a second round that was Drake-free. Court is Drake's official salesman for the stream. If you have a question about Drake, please feel free to ask him. So far, that 600i is beating the Reclaimer handily. Yeah, it's a little early to tell, but the 600i might have a slight edge on the Reclaimer. But, given the way my bracket has turned out, no more predictions from me. 600i forever. There we go. There's something I can get behind. Now, to be fair, I don't know if I'll end up keeping my 600i or not. It repeats too many of the game loops that I already have ships for. So, I just haven't really decided yet. Oh, beating the Towie. That makes more sense. Yeah, that's a little more close. Yeah. Retaliator is known to be a capital ship killer. And that reputation alone, I would think, would make it closer, but apparently not. That said, we're only maybe, what, an hour and a half into the showdown for this round? We've got a little ways to go. A lot can happen. But as I was saying, if you'd missed it earlier, big news. With the 3.15 patch, there is going to be a total wipe. Meaning anything that you have purchased in-game, armor, ships, guns, ammunition, components, you name it, poof, gone. Including, incidentally, the Invictus, oh, hold on, we seem to have a guest in the stream today, and he wants to know if I want to become famous. Oh god, yes, finally a chance to become famous. Let me hit the button. Oh damn, wrong button. Why do I keep hitting that button instead of the link? I've really gotta remember that sort of thing. Yeah, bot alert. I don't get them often, but they do happen. Once again, I've destroyed my chance of becoming famous. Oh, the things they could have offered. Yeah, I can't help but troll them. Let's see, during Xenothreat, your two ships were the Star Runner and 600i. Yeah, I can see that. 600i for the combat part, because I would imagine that loading the 600i in the cargo loading was a little challenging. It is the best luxury cruiser with pilot guns and very good ones indeed. Yes. Unleash the Banhammer. Yes. I do not tolerate those really annoying bots. I go out of my way to step on them whenever I can. Okay, time for the hard part. Retrieve Cutlass Black. So, Korth, if I want to... I'm going to assume that means buy as opposed to calling it a butt, which it is. A Drake ship that's great for Xeno Ninetales. Which would it be and why? One solo and one multiplayer, please. Well, for Xenothreat, you're probably better off using the Cutlass Blue because I believe it has the firepower to handle Xenothreat themes, or Ninetales. And, you know, actually, that's probably decent for multiplayer, too, because I think it's got a turret, but I can't... Yeah, it got turrets. The red that doesn't have a turret. Hangar 7. I mean, gee, what other ships do they have besides Cutlasses? Let me think. The Drake Dragonfly, right. The Caterpillar, right. And I'm talking about the ones in game. I know the Kraken exists, but the Kraken is currently not in game, so we're ignoring that. What am I missing? Corsair's not out yet. Herald, okay, there's the Herald, but you know, the Herald is currently completely useless. I mean, even for Drake, the Herald is presently useless. Its time will come. It's just not here yet. And apparently there's some oxygen dead spots in the ship because I was choking a bit there. Yep, that, ladies and gentlemen, is Drake workmanship right there. The only ship that will try to kill you while you're on board the ship. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, the blue and black got their turrets upgraded to size 3. They got upgrades as well. Probably for the best, considering that the Drake Cutlass Black, as mentioned by no less a personality than Subliminal. If you've seen his YouTube videos, you know he's a much bigger name and streamer than I am. And Subliminal has put the Cutlass Black near the bottom of useful ships in 3.14. Just saying. It only does that to me. Yes, I believe it. My loathing for Drake and Drake's loathing for me are equally matched. In fact, if I'm feeling really entertaining, and I kind of am... Oh, actually, no, I can't because I already took that off there. But I do have somewhere clipped a demonstration of what happens when I go aboard somebody else's Cutlass Red. But that will have to wait for another time. More's the pity. Okay, so what exactly do we have here on the Cutlass Black? For weapon systems, we've got ballistic Gatlings and Badger repeaters. Why the heck am I carrying... what am I doing with this thing? Okay, clearly my next stop is going to be Port Olisar, so I can yank those guns out and replace them with energy weapons, because if it's not energy, it's not the way to go. Not right now. I mean, if you're a heavy PvPer, ballistics probably have a point, but if you're doing bounty hunting for PvE, no, just no. So I think I'll stop at Olisar and yank those things out and replace them with energy weapons. But first we're getting out of Orison, because Orison is... well, it's Cloud City, really. Alright, let's see. Cutlass Black in its landed configuration. I have no pretty paint jobs for it because, well, it's a Cutlass. The good news is the Cutlass Black will no longer be in my inventory as of 3.15 because it was an in-game purchase and therefore will be wiped with the rest of the stuff in the game. The only things that you'll have after 3.15 will be pledged ships. And yeah, I was going to kind of announce this a little later on, like, you know, a couple weeks down the line. But I'll mention it now as a preview. With everything being wiped, I am very likely to attempt a Mustang challenge. Of course, I have to get the money to purchase a Mustang in the game. But after that, I think I might want to... I basically did an Aurora MR challenge a number of months ago. And I've been kicking around the idea of doing the Mustang for the challenge, because it's the second starter ship in the game. The second cheap starter ship. And I think I kind of want to try that with the Mustang, see how that flies, especially with all the changes that have been made in 3.14, and the changes we can expect in 3.15. Alright. Enough waiting. Let's get out of Dodge. Up and out. Do an Argo cargo challenge. Well, you know, the problem with the Argo cargo, especially for the kind of challenge I'm doing, is that there is absolutely, positively no way you can make money in it unless you're on the street begging with a tin cup saying, "My only ship's an Argo cargo, could you please give me money?" And you might get 5 or 6. With Drake being confirmed as my next pledge ship. Dream a little dream, dream a little dream. There will be no Drake pledges. Well, okay, I will go this far. I will go this far. I have been tempted on a few occasions to pledge for the Kraken Privateer. It's basically an aircraft carrier with vendors. It's basically a traveling starbase. I kind of like the idea. However, it is still a Drake ship, which automatically disqualifies it, really. But I won't deny that I kind of was staring at it a number of times, seeing that it was still in the store during the big expos and all that, thinking to myself, I could do this. But luckily, sanity restores itself, and I am able to pull away. Possibly looking at better, more effective ships, like the aforementioned Argo Cargo. The problem with the Argo Cargo is it has no weapons, it has no quantum drive, it barely has any cargo space. I think I'd have to run delivery missions forever to be able to afford, an Aurora ES, which I would purchase and then use and build off of that. That actually sounds like a pretty decent idea, actually. I might have to stop over at one of the ship shops to see how much the Aurora ES goes for. Or I can do something really clever, and I can just kind of let my ship keep flying while I do a quick look offline here at the Universal Item Finder and do a search for Aurora ES. And I could buy the Aurora ES for 124,000. Oh yeah, that ain't happening. So I'd have to rent. How much can I rent the Aurora for? 1 day rental, 2,000, a little under 2,500. So you know what? It is actually possible to do. It's actually possible to do that. You can do delivery missions with the Argo Cargo, and within one success, well, actually, no, you can't. No, you can't. You can't do delivery missions in the Argo Cargo, and you know the reason? It has no quantum drive, and that means it's more or less bound to whatever planet. Well, I suppose you could try, traveling the actual distance in real space, real velocity, but nobody has that kind of time. What is my favorite Drake ship? One flyable, one concept beside the Kraken. Well, I hold them all in equal contempt. You can do QT sensitive missions. That's a good one. That's a good point. Because quantum sensitives, by definition, have to be within flying range. Because otherwise they explode if you go into quantum travel. That's actually pretty good. See, never even pull the Argo Cargo since you can rent the Aurora with starting money. You know what? You're actually right there, Legend. I wouldn't even have to do that. Okay, so, it becomes less of a challenge by the second. Still, I like the idea of doing a couple of deliveries with the quantum sensitive stuff in the Argo Cargo. I'd be tempted to do that, but I'm more or less committed to the Cutlass Black today, so... Oh well, opportunity lost. Life is tragic. Let's crank our velocity a little higher here. Otherwise, we'll be spending the entire stream in the Orison atmosphere. And while I would enjoy trolling the people who like to poke at me about flying the Drake Cutlass Black, I have a bit more dignity than that. Unfortunately, I also keep tending downwards. Aerodynamic, this thing is not. I mean, it's not like I got the VTOLs on. My landing gear is up. It just, it's unwieldy. I mean, I've seen more unwieldy ships. The Aurora, for example, being a literal flying brick. But you would think that the engines behind this thing would be tough enough to handle getting out of Atmo. The good news, though, is that we are 144 kilometers up, and that means we have only a little bit more to hit the 150 kilometer mark, where I can quantum my way to Port Olisar. In fact, why don't I do that now? Oh, no, not Crew L1. I mean, I could do Crew L1, but I'd rather do Olisar because that way I cut down the amount of travel I have to do with this thing. Now, one of the other things I loathe about the Cutlass, and most great ships in general, is that they use the 2D radar. And the other, after flying ships with the 3D radar, so much better. Now that said, heads-up displays are likely to change at any time. Some of the heads-up displays are going to be manufacturer-specific. Whether that'll also affect MFDs, like the 2D radar here, don't know. Always in motion in the future, as the little green man says. Okay, we'll hop to Olisar, we'll yank out those stupid ballistic weapons. Put some energy weapons on there, and then we will go on the hunt. Of course, I suppose it would help a lot if I, open communications. It'd also help if I, managed to avoid whacking the space station. Alright, there's my landing pad. Oh, how about that? We got a hostile in the area too. Well, I suppose if someone blows up the Cutlass Black, that'll certainly make my life simpler, won't it?
Landing gear down. Landing complete. Engines offline.
Okay.
Have a pleasant stay.
Now, the one tiny detail of being here at Olisar is, if I don't want to die a horrible death, I better get the undersuit on. There we go. I'll worry about the armor later. I just need enough to get me out. There we go. For a minute there, I thought there was something wonky with the door going on. Looks like I parked myself a little. Well, when you're in a rush to land, these things happen. I'm gonna have to store the ship anyway to fit the guns. Besides, blowing up that Hercules that was on the other pad, it's got to be a lot more attractive than blowing up my Cutlass Black. I mean, I would blow up the Cutlass Black first, but that's just because of me. Go over here, we'll do a store, and then we'll go into the equipment manager. And stored. Now it'll be a little bit more interesting when I pull it back out because it won't have any shields. Well, risk is a part of the game. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the default equipment we've got loaded on the Cutty. We have a decent amount of missiles, so, that's available. Quantum drive baselines at the Odyssey. I'm going to yank that out and put the crossfield in there to make travel a little less painful. The equipment doesn't matter right now. It's all been normalized as far as shielding goes. You could do trade missions to and from Clio and Euterpe above Microtech. It takes us 30 minutes of full-speed flying with constant use of the afterburner and Yargo cargo. That would be a rough mission. Weapon systems. Badgers are energy weapons. We like those. Scorpion Gatlings, on the other hand, are ballistic weapons. We don't want those. So we're going to throw on Badger repeaters. We're going to be all about the Badger repeaters. Badger, 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 Badger. And that should take care of our energy weapon usage. I have no paints for a Great Cutlass, which should surprise nobody since, you know, Drake. And now, let's check the missions first, shall we? Okay, nothing fancy there. Looks like we'll go with our standard bounty hunting missions. And you know what? Let's work our way up to the... Oh, remove the gimbals. You know what? That's actually a good idea, actually. Let's do exactly that. I was so fixating on the gun that I didn't even notice the word gimbal attached. Gimbal assist has been less than useful lately, or maybe I've just gotten better with fixed weapons, or both. So I find myself often going ahead and saying, bye-bye gimbal. Let's see, looks like I have to yank from somewhere else. Okay, who can afford to get rid of theirs? We'll yank him off the Gladius. I fly arrows more than I fly Gladiuses. And, oh, badge repeaters. Okay, this got a little more interesting, didn't it? Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention, which is perfectly possible. Gee, well, I'll yank him off the Hornet. Oh, well, I don't care about the turret weapon. Okay, so let's see. Repeater, oh, there we go. I knew I was missing one. Hornet. And save. So this thing is loaded with Panther repeater weaponry, size 3 energy repeaters, including the manned turret, which, you know, requires a man to be in the turret. Although technically a woman could do it just as well, but I didn't make the English language, it was just here. Okay, so let's pull out the Cutlass Black again, now that we are ready to rumble. Maybe. We'll see if the ship manages to survive the hostile that's floating around out there. Unless, of course, somebody managed to do us the favor of killing them. You know what I should have done? What I should have done... No suspect of... So he must be... Someone must have gotten him. A personed turret. There you go. Well, you know, I still hear fire out there. It would be unusual to have someone shooting at the thing and not have a bounty on their heads. Particularly since the comstat is up. And the comstat is active. Oh, awesome. And it managed to keep my status of having my ship on and everything, so shields were up and running. So, let's take a look at this guy. Fly by it. Okay, let's see if we... Are we sure there isn't any bounty on this guy? I mean, come on. There's a chance to get that suspect certification. There we are. Nope, that's not him. Ah, well. So much for that. We'll start light, because, you know, we are flying a Cutlass Black, and, you know, you can only expect so much out of it, so we're going to go with this MRT first. We'll spool up the quantum drive immediately. And we will target the location immediately. Or at least that was the goal, but apparently I'm not going to be able to. Okay, fine. Be that way. Oh yeah, I hope I powered up the engines with it.
Engines online. Landing complete. Launch complete.
Oh, there it is. Let's start calibrating, shall we? Why is it still having trouble spooling? I don't have a working quantum drive. This is the kind of thing you can expect out of Drake quality right here. I mean, come on.
Shield system is hit.
Drake. Propulsion. Quantum. Sorry, crossfield. We're loaded. Oh, maybe I gotta have...
Landing gear up.
Okay, well, I mean, the fact that it's a waiting spool is a bad sign. Yeah, I know about using the crosshairs, but it's... I mean, I'm still a waiting spool. I mean, it's not even spooling. I mean, the calibration I could get. But the spooling? Something is very wrong here. Oh, we might as well at least start moving. Drake workmanship, boys and girls. Drake workmanship.
Your systems are offline.
Oh, good. And now everything turned off.
Is hit. Weapons power is running low. Engines power is running low.
You know, this is doing nothing to make me change my opinion on Drake. But it does bring up some interesting points, doesn't it?
Overheating. Your systems are offline.
I wonder if the crossfield is
Power is running low.
too much for the ship.
Weapons power is running low.
I wonder if I have to put a better power core on here.
Your systems are offline. Hello and welcome aboard your green interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Okay, well, this is getting more interesting by the second, isn't it? Okay, let's get out of the seat and on again. No kidding, I'm not powered up. Everything more or less shut itself down.
Contact. Your systems are offline. Hello and welcome aboard your green interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Might have to manually power on the QT drive. I have to manually do a lot of things on here, apparently. Let's see. Where are all my buttons here? Power off. My power is working. Engine. Exit. Not finding the manual spool up for quantum. But that's okay, because, you know, nothing else is working on the ship. You know, this is doing a great job on demonstrating the whole Drake Cutlass Black experience to me. Thank you.
Engines offline.
I may have to get out and push. Well, you know, I would love to go into the power tab, but you'll carefully note we don't actually have a power tab. There's no MFDs that are turned on. They're all off.
Engines online. Your systems
Power
are
off.
offline.
Power on.
Hello and welcome aboard your green interplanetary craft.
We have melted the ship.
Online.
Oh, let's try something else. If the MFDs don't work there, maybe they'll work in the co-pilot seat. So, power on. No. Nope, no dice here either. Yeah, it's a security feature, like a manual transmission. I would believe that. That's out to make you curiosity. How far away am I from OSR? Yeah, that's going to be a little too far to spacewalk. Well, I have to say, this experience in the Cutlass Black is certainly proving enlightening. Drake is using the stream to troll me to get back for all the smack you talk on it. All it's doing is proving me right. But yeah, I bet it's a power core problem.
Contact. Engines offline.
And there goes the guy, but that's okay because he's not going to get a chance to kill me.
Sequence is online.
Because if the ship won't fly, then I have no real purpose in letting it stick around, do I? Dum 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 dum. Oh, I regret everything in my life that's led me to this place. Argo greater than Misk, greater than Drake. You are absolutely right. I'm even one to do that. Now the good news is, since I landed and did all this stuff over here at Olisar, we're all good as far as spawning in, as opposed to, say, spawning on Orison again. Which would drive, I know, a number of people completely insane. So, Drake Cutlass Black. Let's continue to add on to its sins. 6 minutes for delivery. Okay, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Expedite time, 2 minutes. We're not going to be dropping any money until that 2 minutes is passed. In the meantime, let's go back to the vehicle loadout manager. Yes, it blows up awesome. It blows up really well. Yes, I will not deny that. I always remark on it whenever I explode one during a bounty hunting mission. Always puts a smile on my face. Okay. Power plants. We'll throw on an Eclipse because it's got to be better than what it's using now. I know it's a stealth one, but you know, gotta do something here. Coolers. Let's not go with the cold snaps because they're clearly inefficient. 2 raid 3. No, I need 2. That's only 1 snowfall. Cool core. No, that's 2C as well. I don't want to do 2C. But it is industrial though. What's flying it right now? The Cutlass Red! Haha! Okay, sure, we'll yank it from the Cutlass Red. I find that highly ironic. And maybe, just maybe, with a different power plant and different coolers, maybe it won't be such a useless pile of junk right off the bat. We can hope, right? Now, a smart guy would research all this on Urkel and find out what would be the best layout for this sort of thing. That's too much effort for me. I'll stick with what we've got. Okay, let's see where things stand on the expedite time goes. Okay, we are ready to pull it out, so we'll throw the money at it. So already, Cutlass Black is costing me money. C2. Which, ironically enough, is the name of a better ship out there. Just saying. Really, though, it's not too hard to be a better ship. Low bar and all that. Alright. Let's see if this thing works any better now. And meanwhile, my MRT is still sitting out there laughing. Power's on.
Resistors are online.
Quantum drive is spooling.
Launch complete. Landing gear up. Landing gear down.
And we're off.
Landing gear up.
It took some doing, but we finally got this thing flying properly.
Quantum drive is now off.
I hope I don't regret saying that later. I'm going to take a second to get the guns back onto my preferred configuration. Power triangle. Because of the capacitor gameplay, I have to take the consideration as to whether or not I want to change from a balanced scenario, or if I want to take power from the shields, or from the engines, or from the weapons. I'm just going to leave it balanced. I don't think I want to get too exotic with this thing. With 42 shots per Panther, that's not unreasonable. I may be wrong, however, so stay tuned. Alright, follow the magic 2D radar. See if I can figure out where the heck the orbital marker is that I need to go to. Here we are. One bump towards weapons. Well, you know what? Being the Drake aficionado you are, I will go ahead and call that gospel, and we will do exactly that. So now we're up to 44 shots per. I am dubious about the improvements, but then again, the whole capacitor thing is kind of dubious at times too. Alright, forward acceleration. Here we go. Into the thicket of rocks. Looking for a target. Surely the Cutlass Black can take out a medium risk target. Surely. That said, we're still waiting on information as to where the said target is. You would think that it would be spawned by now, given how long it's been since I took the bounty. Not just the extra shots, but we'll charge faster. Yeah, well, you know what? It's not the charge itself that usually drives me nuts. It's the little cycling thing that happens before it starts recharging. Where did he go? Where did he go? I've lost the marker. Ah, there we are. And of course, he's 15 kilometers that way. Yeah, let's make life as difficult as possible. If you lose shields, tap F8 to rebalance. If I'm losing shields that badly, I have bigger problems. Well, I mean, above and beyond being on board a Drake ship to begin with. Let me bump up those decoys a little bit, since, you know, missiles are a thing lately. Try to leave a couple shots in this chamber to not worry with cycling. Inbound missile. And what the heck just happened over there? It's suddenly become a kind of a glowing square. I think my graphics are doing something wonky. Or the game's being wonky, or any number of wonky things. Wonkiness is a thing, we know that. Oh no, don't notice any appreciable difference with the cycling time. As far as, you know, the cooldown, whether I could bleed them dry or not. And I am, ironically, fighting a Cutlass Black. So, you know, I at least get to take out some of my frustration on it. Let's see. The self-loathing is enormous. Yes, it is. When I'm flying a Cutlass Black, believe me, I hate myself like nothing else. Whoa, desync. Not getting good shots at this guy either. Oh, I just lost a piece of my ship. On the bright side, it matches the piece that he's lost, so, you know, we're kind of... This thing moves like a pregnant yak. Oh, I got missiles coming. That's try not to get hit by missiles. Looks like it also took out one of my guns when it did that too. On the bright side, that means I have more power to the other three. So, yay! Hindsight, with as maneuverable as this thing is, maybe I should have gone with cannons. Oh well, lessons learned. Aside from the lesson of Drake will always disappoint me. There we go. So a medium risk threat turns out to be a adequate threat. Oh, more missiles. I don't know, I've never seen it doing the square thing when missiles have been fired at me before. I wonder if it has to do with a Drake windshield or something like that. Hornets. Alright, Hornet. Let's see about stinging you. And then we're going to have to go and repair the ship since it's, you know, fragile enough to be losing parts almost immediately. Oh, another cutting. Okay, you know what? We're going to swap targets then, because I am always happy to blow up another Drake ship. Oh, don't tell me secure system is hit. Overcorrected. I'm missing that fourth gun right now. Come on, give me a good line of fire on that. Oh, maybe not that good line of fire. Yeah, take it. I think I blew a part off, but I don't think he's still kicking. And that takes care of him. Oh, that always brightens my day. Now where's that Hornet? Oh, he's closer than I thought he was. I guess I won't try throwing missiles at him then. The Hornet is probably a whisker more maneuverable than I am, which is to say, lots more maneuverable. Okay, so you know what? Instead of playing his game, let's make him play mine. Oops, that's not it. I keep forgetting that the controls are different now.
Special delivery.
Yeah, I got a special delivery coming up for you, too. Decoupling can be your best friend sometimes. Take that. And pray that I'm not heading towards an asteroid, because otherwise things will get much more embarrassing much quicker. Okay, awesome. So we've taken a little bit of shaving damage here. I didn't need that part anyway. Let's get down to Yella and get this thing fixed. One of these days, they're going to just remove that circular thing, because it's absolutely unhelpful. The NPCs always talk smack after the missiles have already missed you.
Drive is now off.
Yeah, we really can't say too much about the genius level of the enemy pilots. Let's see, one of these is the parkour location. There we are. I can always rely on the landing pad at the Arcor mining areas.
Quantum drive is now on.
Hopefully they will have what I need to fix up the ship. That shouldn't be hard because, you know, as long as you have a garbage pile, you can repair a Drake Cutlass. In fact, it's amazing that they don't have a repair facility located at the reclamation and disposal and other salvage yards, because I am sure they are full of Drake parts. So, not so bad after all, huh? That's connected. The first thing you see is the Cuddy obliterating a bad guy in 5 seconds. Well, you know, that you didn't see the early part of that fight. And that was because I decided to get really clever with my tactics and just kill my coupling, fly in one direction, face backwards, and shoot the guy chasing me. It helps when you don't have to worry about, you know, the bad guy outmaneuvering you because he's chasing you. Not superior ship, superior tactics. And you also missed the lovely incident we had when, you know, absolutely nothing worked on the Drake and had to blow it up. So, you know, Drake workmanship at its finest. Let's see, still a little too close there. Let's kick up our speed a little. I don't want to take forever to get to the landing pad. And hope life's treating you so far okay. Let's try the sentence again, where I can string them in a proper sentence. I hope life is treating you well so far, Xavier. Hope things are well on your end of the monitor. Oh my god, it's raining like crazy. I can't see out my view screen. I did not expect that when I turned on my headlights. Oh, okay, cut down speed, too close. Okay, turn around. What's this? Someone's already landed there? Oh, that's offensive. I need those pads to repair on, dagnabbit. Who is that over there? Let's do a scan. What kind of ship am I dealing with here? Mustang Alpha. Seriously? We have a Mustang Alpha in my spot? Oh, I am not happy. Of course, he's also not in my spot. Where the heck did the location go, anyway? There we are. Yes, weather effects are just another benefit of flying in Star Citizen.
Landing gear down.
Creep, creep, creep. And bring it down.
Landing complete.
Yeah, but you did that with one arm missing. Yeah, it's almost as if it were programmed that way, isn't it? So here we are in a slightly winged Cutlass Black. Let's do the fixer-upper
Crusader
here.
Security has new information regarding another possible outlaw attack, and would like to strongly encourage all those traveling through the sector to use extra caution. While we have no specifics to share at
Oh
this
my
time,
god, sounds
rest
like Nine
assured that
Tails
we are
Lockdown is going to
diligently
happen
working to
again.
stop any such threat before it occurs. Thank you for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's possible that things are going to get really interesting. Although, to be fair, the first announcement is usually followed up for like an hour after before they do anything. But it sure sounds like a Nine Tails Lockdown getting ready to happen. Although I suppose it's also possible that they could be doing the jump town thing. Let's do our quick look over in our contract manager and see if there's anything in there. I don't think there is at this point. No priority messages, so no immediate worries. Well, you know, we are here. We are at a mining facility, so you know what? Why don't we take a look at one of the little other aspects of the Cutlass Black? It is not just a fighting ship, although that is certainly among its primary responsibilities. It does contain a fairly decent-sized cargo bay. So just for the giggles, let's see, people in Global were saying Nine Tails is going on this weekend. Well, you know what? I think they're right because we just heard the message that something was. Whoa! I just rubber band like crazy. And ugh! And damn you, Drake! And this is why the Drake Cutlass and everything else by Drake is garbage. Can it fit in Argo Cargo? No, probably not. Okay, let's see. Which of these buildings is storage? I'm getting the feeling that neither of them are. I think I went the wrong way. All this light is blinding me. Yeah, this is the one I want. Haha. Nice try, Yella. Nice try. But yeah, that recorded message we were hearing was definitely what they were doing the last time that the Nine Tails was kicking in, so I'm inclined to believe that it is going to be a thing, but I'm also remembering that it took like about an hour to an hour and a half for them. Yeah, ouch indeed. What do you five fingers say to the face? Slap! Yeah. Okay, let's see what kind of stuff we have in the mining terminal here. We have 46 standard cargo units, which is less than what you would find in a Freelancer. But again, the Freelancer is a similar ship with a different focus. It focuses on the cargo, not the fighting. Cutlass focuses on the fighting, not the cargo. So, let's grab some acetine and see if I can fill everything up. No, nowhere near enough. This is one of the reasons why trading is dead. But truly masochistic individuals like myself will find ways to do other things. Fluorine. How much fluorine do we got? Okay, that we can fill up everything else with. Oh wait, can you test to see if Great Caterpillar will fit in Argo cargo? Nope, because this is a Cutlass screen. Caterpillar need not apply. Nice try, though. And thank you for giving me something else to slap down there on the auto mod. I'm gonna give you a little taste as what I really wanted to do. I tried to see if the moderator thing would allow me to do it, but it doesn't look like it would let me. What I wanted to do was make it replace all instances of the word Drake with Misk. Unfortunately, that's a little too high tech for Twitch, apparently, or for Streamlabs. So we are... Ordinarily, this would be a really tight fit, but... And everybody who's watching the stream, feel free to report this. That's right. Cargo is not solid. You can literally walk right in the middle of the cargo, defying physics itself, that two objects can indeed occupy the same space at the same time. Take that, physics! Okay, let's see. Oh, good, I found the front door. Now, the next thing to do is to figure out where to sell this stuff, but I'm not going to make that a priority right now because I would probably have to go to Hurston, I think, to take care of it. We'll tilt ourselves up. That said, what would be closer? Hurston, 662. Hardcore, 877. The difference is clear. Hurston would be where I have to dump off this cargo. I mean, I could do it at the Orison too, but that's going to take too much of that stream. Instead, well, let's see. You know what? Why don't we do one of these salvage claims? Yeah, another reason Drake is the best manufacturer. I hate to break it to you, but it's not just the Cutlass. Cargo in general. I've had it happen on my C2 Hercules, on Freelancers, on the Mercury Star Runner, which is where I first noticed this little issue. Basically, if it's a cargo box, it is intangible. Okay, well, it looks like the areas I'm going to is going to be on selling, and both the demo. Okay, you know what? I'm going to accept both of these offers, just on the outside chance that they're at the same location. Because they are looking a lot to me that they're both going to the same location, Brio's Breaker Yard on Daymar. So if the location of the pickups are the same, I can get double the profit for a single trip. That would be sweet. So far, so good. But I don't know if that's showing because of the trip. Well, you know what? Let's just get to selling first and work from there. Because of the way the cargo grid is set up in the Cutlass, this is actually a pretty reasonable thing to do. I have plenty of room to put time-sensitive containers into the Cutlass. The trick is making sure I identify where all the containers are first. Okay, let's see. 383 kilometers. Can I get that distance any shorter? How far is this orbital marker? That's a stupid thing. You know what? I'm probably better off just doing the close-in route. So let's crank this up to max speed. And we are going to top out at a whisker over 1,113 meters a second. It's kind of bouncing between 13 and 14 here, so it could go either way. Now, at this rate, that means it'll be slightly over 5 minutes before we arrive, barring, mischance. So I'm going to take the opportunity to hop over. Am I getting communications? Oh, how silly of me! I can't believe I didn't have you under my friends list there, Xavier. Sorry about that. Something I should have taken care of long ago. Okay, let's see. Accepted. Let's crack the other one and see what happens. Oh! Oh! It's a separate location. Okay, oh well. Looks like I won't be getting 2 payment for the 1 trip. You win some, you lose some. That said, since there's no delivery reputation, my conscience will be completely clear if I just, completely ignore the second accepted mission. I'm a horrible human being sometimes. Okay, we're a little over 250 kilometers out. Oh, I guess I can turn off the headlights. Kind of remember these details. At least I had the landing gear up, but that's probably because I went to quantum drive, and the computer will automatically fix that problem for me. The moons of Crusader, for the most part, are kind of great. Daymar being a big exception, because it's kind of... I'm not entirely sure what color I call Daymar. Orange? That doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, pretend to have cap. What's the awesome ship you're flying, Gorth? I see no awesome ship here. In fact, the fact that it's basically made out of garbage is one of the reasons why Drake has its numerous fans. Because they like flying garbage ships. Hey, you do you. Now, if you want the real meaning of terror, let's just hope that the Nine Tails lockdown doesn't start while I'm still streaming. Because I would be really tempted to go to the Nine Tails lockdown in the Cutlass. Okay, I'd do it anyway if it was on stream, because, I said I was going to fly this thing all stream. Damn it, I meant it. We are 120 kilometers mark. And you know what else I'm noticing? The ground is a lot closer than 120 kilometers. So let's level ourselves out a little bit, shall we? Because sometimes going in a straight line is not the way you want to go, because the curvature of the moon is going to insist that you take the scenic route. Otherwise, you end up splattering all over the landscape, and I respawn at Port Olisar and paying more for the insurance money again. $70 kilometers mark and closing. I can start leveling out a little bit more now. Once we get into about maybe 20 kilometers, I'll cut the speed down. That'll probably be more than enough to overshoot, because space brakes on the Cutlass are not exactly impressive. Well, actually, I'm telling you a little bit of a lie there. I have no idea how the space brakes in the Cutlass will do. But a lot of the other ships that have VTOL engines don't seem to be that impressive on braking when they're in the horizontal mode. Of course, they're even worse in the vertical mode, but it is what it is what it is. Okay, let's drop that speed down. And space brake actually isn't doing horrible. Of course, it ain't doing it well enough either. Good news is that ever since they put capacitor gameplay, afterburners turn into boost, and you can't actually overheat the stupid thing anymore. Okay, you know what? Let's flip around. Let's use those big meat engines for something useful. Landing gear, VTOLs.
Landing gear down.
And it occurs to me that this is a Starfarer, which means I can't be 100% certain that there aren't hostiles there. Let's see, I think I'm going to want to go up over here. There's 4 packages, so that's going to be a tricky thing to begin with. Let's try to get myself into a position where I can get kind of in front of it. Alright, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the forward, a little bit to the down, a little more to the down. Okay, a little more left. And down. Ah, just in the right spot. I'm going to keep those engines running because, you know, we're going to be on a timer, and I'm going to want to get out of here really fast. So, Starfarer, possible hostiles. So we better go with something other than just the undersuit at this point. Let's get the armor on. I find that I like to use the Iceborne because it makes me stand out. And when you're in a ground combat mission with certain individuals, you want to be able to stand out so that you can say, I'm the only one dressed like this. Why are you shooting me in the back of the head? It doesn't actually help, but, you know, it helps my peace of mind. And let's grab some guns. My C-54 seems to already be loaded up, so we'll take my handy secondary weapon of the S-71. And spare rifles, sorry, spare clips. C-54 all the way. Incidentally, with 3 out of 15, this is all changing too. Inventory is going to be mutating a lot, which is one of the main reasons why we're having a big wipe coming up with the next patch. It's going to be interesting, and we'll slap a coda on there just in case. Like Cap. Yeah, there you go. Cap currently has the org title of Most Friendly Fire, let's put it that way. Alright. Loaded for bear. So if there are any hostiles on board that Starfarer, I will be ready for them. Okay, looks like I got a... Bad news is that the game has been remembering your ammo in your gun lately, so... Say if you've wiped out all your ammo in your rifle before, you have to reload it again. It's remembering. So let's get another S-71 clip on here. Last thing I want, I'm telling you were talking smack about it on the stream. I'm not too concerned because Cap actually goes back to watch some of these things, so he'll be able to tell the truth on his own. And I just completely missed. I was never very good at Mario Brothers. Oh, and guess what? I see a hostile.
received credible reports that outlaws may once again be planning
Yeah,
a show of
Ninetales
force.
lockdown is definitely
Crusader
happening.
Security is doing everything in our power to ensure the safe travel through the area. I will keep you posted if there are any new updates. Thank you.
Okay, either this guy desynced on me, or the second guy got away and is lurking over here. Ordinarily, I'd have a scope attached to this thing, but I seem to have forgotten that, so... There's another guy, but I can't get a good beat on it from here. Where is he? I don't know if I want to be able to get him here, but I'm going to try. I swear he's reacting, but he's not falling. Okay, well, you know, we do it the other way then. Maybe I can get a better angle on him over here. Oh, there's two guys down here. Well, let's make it interesting. One dead. Two dead. Yeah, it's not always remembering what clips you've equipped. Yeah, I think that has a little bit of a problem too. Okay, the bad news is one of my packages is up top. So that means I'm going to have to go up here and hope that there's nobody hiding up here. And since I don't have... Oh, I got the laser pointer on here. It just doesn't remember the scope. Fortunately, the scope's one of the things I like to have available on these things. Okay, package. Further up. How much higher up can I go in this thing? It is very, very dark. Let's turn on my lights. I got a package listed up higher than where I'm at, and I'm not entirely sure I can get any higher. Now, granted, I could be completely wrong because it sure looks like it's on top of the ship. That can't be right. I really hope that's not right. I might have to try to fly the ship up there and take a bird's eye view. Because I don't think there's another floor in here. And I really don't want to be grabbing packages until I know where everything is. If I don't know where everything is, that countdown clock is going to become very, very unpleasant. And at this point, I feel like I'm running in circles because I am not finding my way back to the stairs. Oh, we have a drop here, so why don't we just drop in? I am way too easily amused. Okay, we're gonna step outside for a second and try to get a handle on where that top package actually is. The good news is that the countdown doesn't start until I've actually opened up their container holders things. Yes, I've Got a massive command of the language there. Container holder things. Okay, well, I can't get a good view on it in here. I might have to go back into Cutlass and take off briefly to get a look. It's just I swear that I can't get any higher than where I'm at. I didn't think there was another floor. So let's go through the intangible cargo. Take off a little bit. Do a 180. And see if I can't nail down specifics. Okay, I flew up too high. No, that cargo is very much inside the ship. It's not on top. But for the life of me, I can't figure out how to get to that one. Oh, I've got to get that shit. That one's got to be gotten first, because that's obviously going to be the hardest one to get to. Oops. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's level ourselves off. Get my bearings. Container holder things. That's Drake talk. Yes, it is. I don't know. Well, I'm trying to do this kind of thing in the third-person view, off-center, off-kilter. And set down. Oh, let's get back a little further. I think I scratched the engine a little bit. That will certainly make things interesting in atmosphere. And just needs a little paint. That's all. Maybe a little water. No big deal. Okay, gun back out. Other gun back out. Were there elevators on this? Oh, they're not going to be working elevators. No, not down. Up. Up is the direction I need to go. What a mystery this is. I'm not aware of any other ways to go further up than this. If someone out there actually has an answer to that, go ahead and sing out. But okay, gotta go belly crawl in here. And you know what? I don't think that actually bought me anything. Of course, there is another possibility that I have not yet mentioned here. It's a possibility I'm hoping is wrong, but you know, I have to accept the possibility that it does exist. It'll come as a shock. But Star Citizen has a lot of bugs. I know. Who would have thunk it? But the package is 4 meters above me. And I am unaware of any way to get 4 meters higher. These racks are empty. And that means this mission cannot be completed. Unless there's something else I'm missing. And I can't rule that out because, well, I'm not as familiar with the Starfarer layout as I'd like to be. But yeah, I mean, look, there's just not a whole lot of extra space here. I don't know of any ladders. I don't know of any ramps. You sure can't expect an elevator. And it's not like it's going to give me partial credit if I only give them 3 containers of this stuff. Which means this one's a wash. Whee! Maybe we'll have better luck in the other one. Or maybe I should just be smart and cut my losses. What bench? What bench? Now I gotta go. There's a lot of things I was looking at. You have to be a lot more specific. Let's get back inside and head back upstairs. Now, this was when I was outside, or was it inside? Am I looking at it now? Am I supposed to be jumping over here? Bench in a little room at the end of the hall. Walls, not box. Bench, bench, bench. Inside. Okay. Over here. Okay, I see what you're talking. Okay, I see what you're talking. Now, can I get up there? Ah! I'm going through geometry. Yeah, that way would be down. This way would be up. So clearly, I need to get through here somehow. I need to be able to climb this like I can with the rocks over at Klesher. Okay, let's see. My vertical leap is not quite getting me there. What am I missing? Let's see. Ah, there we go. See, now it works like Klesher. Jeez. Okay, package. And thankfully, it is not one of those impact-sensitive ones because we are not going to be going out the quiet way. 13 minutes. Okay, no pressure, right? Down. Run towards the light! Run towards the light! Yeah, it'd be just ironic if I broke my legs doing all this. Alright, now for the remaining 3, which are, fortunately, downstairs, and accordingly should not be nearly as hard to get to. Let's hope that I didn't just jinx myself. That's why we'll just grab the far ones first. Let's maximize our time. Oh yeah, it's a good... I only now think of the fact that, gee, wouldn't it have been a good idea for me to make sure there were no more hostiles down here? Hey, is that an open door? Well, it's an open door, but it's on the wrong side. Oops. Okay, that was a bad idea. Hopefully we will not pay for that later. Run faster! Now we're going to put these things a little separate from each other because I want to make sure that I grab the one with the lowest count first. So every other package is going on the right-hand side. The one on the left-hand side I know will be the first one. And that will be the one that's closest to exploding. That's tactical thinking. Learn it, live it, love it. Open you up. I really should leave the headlight on. Doing this in the dark, not recommended. And that's number 2. 1 to go. And I'm feeling pretty good about having the cross-field quantum drive on the Cutlass now because that quantum drive may make the difference between life and death. Of course, there's something else that may make the difference too, but in a bad way, so... Burn bridges when we get to them. Final package. Run faster! Put it down. Current time, 9 minutes. No pressure. Now this would be a lot scarier if the Brio's place didn't have a quantum beacon.
Launch complete.
It still might be, but you know, we're going to hope for the best anyway. And good news is that... Where the heck is the... Huh. It must be damaged. Let's hope that's not the problem. Okay. Daymar. Brios. Start spooling. The good news is I'm not at the risk of taunting fate. So far I've not had the quantum bug hit me, where I have to realign and redo everything. Now granted, we did have that problem earlier when absolutely everything shut off, but we seem to have fixed that problem by putting in better equipment. Oh, I spoke too soon, gotta recalibrate after all. That'll teach me. Taunting fate can't be hazardous to your health.
Attention, Crusade. This is Director Rusk with an important update regarding possible hostile activity.
Okay, so Ninetales is still waiting in the wings, but so far has not decided to poke their noses out yet. Alright, we are 25 kilometers and less closing. 22 kilometers. Let's crank up that acceleration. With the realization that I'm going to have to brake a lot sooner than I want to brake, because one of my primary engines does not want to play nicely. And as I think about it, maybe I want to slow down now. Eight kilometers mark. I'm feeling pretty good so far, but a lot's going to depend on where I can manage to land. For those who are unfamiliar, salvage yards like Brio's, they do not have landing pads, so you've got to land wherever you can. And they have a lot of gunk lying around. Let's kill the acceleration entirely now. At least the cruise control acceleration. Oh, it's actually in better shape than I... Oh, that's just a crater. I'm a little further than that. It is an impressive looking crater, though. Alright, let's kick on the lights so I can try to find a decent landing spot that's close. Close is going to be the watchword here, because we do not want to have to travel too far for this. Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't be too big, but it's big enough to be annoying. Skip. Drop.
Landing complete.
Now we'll turn the engines off and hope that the wind doesn't blow the ship away. That kind of thing can happen. And, as mentioned before, we are going to grab the one on the left first. This one has 4 minutes, so we have plenty of time. Things have worked out pretty well. And this is why you want to make sure you have all the packages accounted for before you start opening things up. If I grabbed the bottom ones first and then spent all that time looking for the top one, not a chance. Next package. Yeah, that's a real graceful landing there. Oh well. You don't expect pretty from anything related to Drake. Why start now? Package number 2. Moving onward. At this point, it's in the bag, unless something horrible happens to the Cutlass, like, I don't know, someone flies over and blows it up or something. These are things that can happen. It's not as frequent as it could be. Right now, you're limited to 50 people to a server, so it's quite possible and likely that everybody's spread out. But someday, server meshing is going to come into play, and life is going to get crowded. Of course, hopefully by then we'll also have other star systems in play too. Look how easy the Cutlass makes that work. Yeah, keep saying that. Of course, the Cutlass also has a couple other little problems right now. You can't really tell because it's not on fire anymore, but you know, we might have taken a few scratches on our way in. Might need a new paint job. Some spritzes of water, perhaps. And the Zeta Prolinide is delivered. Package complete. Objective complete. Alright, that's not working right now. 1100 UEC. And that is why you don't find a whole lot of people bothering with this mission. They'll buff right out. Yeah, who needs a port engine anyway? And working cargo doors, overrated.
Engines online. Launch complete.
All right, let's get over to Lorville so I can sell off the cargo in here. Or maybe I will go to Orison. No, Lorville. There's problems with the trade terminals at Orison. I'd prefer not to risk that right now. At Lorville, at least I know that their trade terminals will work. Of course, I say that now. Okay, well, you know what? We'll forget the whole city-specific and doesn't try to go for location-specific. And they're not giving me the OM marker first. How rude. Alright, I can play that game. Where's the OM markers? Okay, that's not an OM marker, but, you know, close enough. And welcome to my stream, incidentally, Just One Tree. I don't think I welcomed you properly. My apologies on that. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We are flying the Cutlass Black due to some really ill-chosen words on my part last week. I made a prediction that I thought was rock solid, and it wasn't so. That will teach me. Lorville is reliable. That's why they sell Drake ships there. The only reason they're selling Drake ships there right now is because the primary supplier of Drake ships left the entire solar system. They literally transplanted the entire planetoid out of Stanton just to get away from impacts. Okay, there you go. It's all these different names I lose track of. My tiny brain cannot handle too much variation. Okay, we're going to be in quantum for a little bit there. Let's see what things are like when you look outside. Now, the great thing about the starships right now is you can have your rear doors open and you're not being sucked out into space. That said, walking out off the ramp would probably be a very poor idea. I will have chosen poorly yet again. I still can't get over the fact that these nice, very solid cargo containers are not as solid as they look. Tried contributing to a ticket on this stuff, but it didn't get confirmed, so we're going to be having this bug with us for a while. I am hauling this bit of cargo as a wrap-up. We were doing a little bit of bounty hunting, we were doing a little bit of cargo delivery, we did the delivery of the Zeta Prolinide. We got to experience a massive systems failure on the Cutlass Black, which forced me to self-destruct it. And we're getting rid of this cargo. So we've done a little bit of everything with Cutlass Black, with the exception of rock mining, which is basically taking out a Grey Cat rock, loading it in the cargo bay, and mining Hadanite, most likely. And the only reason we're not doing that is because, well, I said I was going to be flying the Cutlass for the entirety of the stream, and damn it, that's exactly what I'm going to do. No matter how painful it may be. Ah, we're arriving. Excellent. Landing is going to be very interesting since one of my primary VTOL engines is currently scratched. I'm hoping that's not going to make things too rough. That said, I have occasionally had little incidents with engines missing that have made flying in Hurston atmosphere really difficult. Sounds like a great multi-purpose ship. You know what's a better multi-purpose ship? The Mist Freelancer. And thank you for hitting that follow button. Always appreciated. Let's see, if I were a place on called Hurston, where would I be? If only I had a 3D radar, I'd have an easier time finding the location. Oh, that's right, that's because I didn't actually set the location here. I was busy trying to get to the bloody planet itself before I worried about the city. Ah, okay, zoom closer, change angle. There we go. We can never rely on these things playing nicely. Alright. Thick atmosphere, one engine. Let's see if we can manage to land this baby without, you know, exploding. Vegas odds put it at even. And we are done with the general chat. I see it looks like it's degenerating again. We have better things to do than have that on the screen. There used to be a way to kill the general chat and leave all other chat channels open, but that vaped at some point and they never fixed it, so. Mist Freelancer doesn't have poor visibility. I've never had a problem with it. I was running bounties and freelancers for a while. Those who have trouble with it, those people who would tell you that's a problem, lack imagination. Or maybe pilot skills. Yes, I'm trolling. Hey, they all troll me, I troll back. Okay, let's see. None of my MFDs are set for communications, so I'm going to swap that over to the comms. That should allow me to... Yes, I am rotating a bit, aren't I? Let's try to straighten out a bit. That engine's going to make life very, very interesting. 3D radars are snooty, and Freelancer looks like a big space. Yeah, Legend's opinion on Mist Freelancer is roughly mirrors that I have on Drake Cutlasses. Except for one crucial detail. I'm right and he's wrong. Okay, let's see.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Yes, by all means, give me a landing bay. Oh good, I'm actually even heading in the right general direction. Let's get my velocity limiter changed up. VTOLs. Landing gear.
Landing gear down.
Get myself aimed more or less at the center. Collision alert. There's always something you like to read. A little more forward, level myself out. Drop like stone. And I think we're... Oh, nope. Clipped on the left side again. Well, that's the hazard of doing it on first-person view. Oh, we'll turn off the headlights, too. I don't need those on anymore.
Landing complete.
Graceful it was not, but we are down.
Engine resistance overflow.
Hey, take it easy, Bax. Thank you for the dropping the follow earlier. So let's go and sell this cargo. As soon as I figure out where the elevators are. I didn't exactly come in under my usual orientation, so that does tend to complicate things just a tad. While we're here, we don't need to be on the undersuit anymore, so we'll just go back to just clothing and let's get rid of the there we go, elevator working again. I seem to have slightly injured my legs from the looks of the diagram there. That'll be more important with 3.15 because injuries are going to change too. There's a lot coming in 3.15 that's going to change the gameplay, and I'm rather looking forward to seeing how it all shakes out. Maybe I better store the ship. They might decide to give me a parking fine for a ramp that doesn't close. I'd rather not have to deal with that. We don't need Hurston security to give me another reason to want to kill all of them. As long-standing as my grudge against Drake is, it is still a mere candlelight compared to the inferno of rage I hold towards Hurston security. If I had started at Lorville, we probably would have started out the stream with me taking on Hurston security ships by killing everything I could see. Probably better this way, because I would probably be spending most of the stream in prison at that point. Although that would technically fulfill the terms of the agreement of flying only a Cutlass. It just wouldn't be, you know, as lengthy a period. Now, sadly, the train from Tisa Spaceport to the Commerce area, it's not exactly short. That said, it's a lot faster than taking anything on the perimeter line. The perimeter line at Lorville, for those who aren't aware, is the one location in, well, technically 6 locations in Lorville where you can spawn ground vehicles, which is great. Except you can't land your ship near any of them, at least not to my knowledge. And that means you can't use that to conveniently load a vehicle into your starship. So the Platinum Bays at Outposts remain the best place for that sort of thing. And I guess you could make a good argument for New Babbage and Microtech too, because they're pretty reasonably put together. Can't do it at Area 18 because Area 18 is pretty much a closed system, honestly. And Orison, well, Orison's a gas giant. You really aren't going to have a whole lot of places you can drive on Orison. Well, technically it's not Orison that's a gas giant. It's Crusader that is a gas giant. Orison is the Cloud City. And as a result, ground vehicles, they don't really work out well there.
Attention, please. This is Crusader Security Director
Ah!
West with a vital security alert.
Or those evil stairs.
Gang known as the Ninetails have launched an illegal blockade.
And the Ninetails lockdown has begun, wouldn't you know it.
All travelers are advised to avoid the affected area until quantum travel can be restored. To aid with our
Yeah, well, life is tough all over, ain't it? Let's see. Sell from my Cutlass Black my tiny amount of astatine. Processing. There we go. And our, well, still a pretty tiny amount of fluorine. Obviously, high profit volumes here. Well, you know, it is what it is. All right. And I think with that delivery, that pretty much does it for today. I think we've hit the 3 o'clock hour. It's a good place to end the stream. Yeah, I just I need an emote that allows me to kind of hide my face. But yes, we have taken the day in the Drake Cutlass Black, and we've done a variety of things with it, including, you know, explode it and lose various parts off of it. You know, usual Drake experience. Thank you for watching. I will be streaming Star Citizen again next Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I will also be streaming Star Trek Online Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Legend. I choose to ignore the second half of that statement. Thank you all for watching, whether you're watching it live or on video on demand, here or on YouTube. I hope to see you again. Hope to chat with you all again. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.